Transformed lands. Shinran approaches the problem of other teachings through the concept of transformed as opposed to true and genuine Buddha bodies and lands, which he identifies as elements of types of Pure Land practice other than the true path, which stand essentially as symbols for these provisional paths of practice. Thus he states, quote, "Since there are thousands of differences in the causes for birth in the provisional Buddha lands, there are thousands of differences in the lands." Close quote. The role of Chapter 6 is to clarify the lands and the causes for birth in them. To do this, he delineates two general types of provisional Pure Land teachings, both of which share as their goal the various kinds of transformed lands. At the close of Chapter 5, chapter on the true Buddha and land, Shinran reiterates the central characteristics of the true Buddha, Amida, and the true Pure Land that have been fulfilled through the 48 vows. In their fundamental nature, both Amida Buddha and his Pure Land are the light of wisdom. They are the form of that which is in essence formless, beyond the grasp of thought and perception. In addition to the true Buddha and land, there are transformed or provisional Buddhas and lands. These lands share two central interrelated characteristics. First, they are presented in the teachings as characterized by various features. That is, they are open to the conceptual and perceptual grasp of sentient beings. Second, they are presented as limited spheres, inferior to the true Pure Land. At the outset of Chapter 6, Shinran identifies the provisional or transformed Buddha bodies and lands. The Buddha body is presented in the Contemplation Sutra, in the 9th contemplative exercise, which instructs practicers to concentrate on the twist of white hair between the Buddha's eyebrows and then to perceive the other characteristics of the Buddha's body, which is gold in color and stands in height as many yojanas as sand grains of the Ganges multiplied 600,000 kotis of nayutas of times. Moreover, there are countless numbers of transformed Buddhas in his aureole of light. The transformed land is also said to be the object of contemplative exercises described in the Contemplation Sutra. In Passage 6, a quotation from the larger sutra depicting the Pure Land, a Bodhi tree 4 million miles in height, ponds for bathing 10 yojanas or 20 or 30 up to 100,000 yojanas across, is also offered as a description of the transformed land. We see again that the transformed elements are characterized by form, in contrast to the inconceivability of the true body and land. The second characteristic of the transformed lands, which accounts for Shinran's particular concern with them, is the contrast they afford with the true Pure Land. Parts of the larger sutra and passages in other sutras describe special realms within the Pure Land, in which those who doubt the power of Amida Buddha's wisdom are born. Thus, the transformed lands are taken to symbolize the attainments of those who fail to realize Shinjin and the nature of their religious life. The central characteristic of these lands is the sense of confinement and of separation from the perfect fulfillment of Buddhahood in the true Pure Land. Thus, they represent an appropriate attainment for those who practice the Pure Land way while harboring doubts. It is taught that beings in such lands must pass long periods there before they can advance to the true, fulfilled land.